Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Chaos Orion. Today we got a Burning Abyss deck profile. Now, I was trying to build this deck for months, because the new Link's coming out, Cherubi Black Angel of the Burning Abyss, which makes the deck so much better. So this is actually a build kind of towards Cherubi until she gets out, so we have to wait a few months for this build to actually work, or if you're an OCG player or like to play OCG, this build's pretty good. Now, let's get right into the video. So, of course, we got 3 Skarm. I will be getting my 2 Skarm soon, so I'll do an updated deck profile of this, so sorry. But yeah, Skarm's really good because its stats are pretty solid. 800 attack, 2000 defense for a level 3. And during the M phase, if it wasn't special summoned by its own effect, you get to search for a level 3 Dark Fiend, which is basically your entire deck except for the Fiendish Rhino Warrior in your Max C and another engine. So it's pretty good, but keep in mind, all Burning Abysses say one clause that if you control a non-Burning Abyss monster, they die. They instantly get destroyed. Now, originally I thought this was a good idea because, like, okay, some Supply Squad. Okay, they pop themselves, draw a card. That one's like, no, this does not work. Just don't run Supply Squad. It's bad. So yeah, 3 Skarm, pretty good. So next we got your Solid Playmakers, 1 Graph and 1 Seer. Seer, now keep in mind, all of them have the Destroy Themselves effect, especially someone from hand if you control no spells or traps, or set spells and traps? No spells and traps, so they each have an effect. If he's sent to the graveyard in any way means, all of them have that effect. If they're sent any way means, they gain their effect off if they didn't use their special summon effect. He can special summon a Burning Abyss from the graveyard in defense, I take it? From your deck, okay, never mind. And Seer special summons from grave in defense. Nope. Okay. I thought one of them was in defense. But yeah. They basically at 1 for a reason. Then we got your Disruptor, 3 Farfa. Now, Farfa, when he's into the graveyard, he can temporarily banish an opponent's monster until the end phase, which is pretty good. Because what you could do is like, okay, I'll sign off Foolish, banish your monster. And I do believe it's not targeting. Okay, never mind, it does target, I'm sorry. But yeah, it's really good because it doesn't destroy and it banishes it temporarily. Next we got 2 Libic. Libic basically summons from your hand, that's a level 3 Dark. But its effects are negated, so in case if you already have a non Burning Abyss monster on the field like Beatrice, Lady of the Turtle, it won't kill itself. So it's pretty good and nice stats of 13. Next we got your Disruptors, 2 Alec, 2 Calcab. Now Alec negates a monster's effect till the end of the turn, so it's pretty good. And Calcab can bounce a set spell or trap, so bounce a set strike, warning, all that. Then we go into your 1-0s. We got 1 Cagna just for the attack, 1 Barbar for the attack and possibly the burn effect, and 1 Rubik just to go into that special, go into your Virgil. Then we go to your next monsters. We got 1 Tour Guide. Tour Guides are really good in this deck. That's why it's at 1. Otherwise, I'd be playing the max number, even if it's awkward, like 2 or 2.5. But you are when it's normal summoned or special summoned, I take it. No, this is normal summoned. You can special summon a dark. Not dark. 1 level 3 Fiend, which is basically your entire deck. From your hand or deck, so that's pretty good. But its effects are negated so it doesn't blow itself up, because Tour Guide is not Burning Abyss, so it won't kill itself. But it can't be used as synchro material, so I'm sorry, Rubik, but you can't tune with this guy to go into Instant Virgil. And it's a Dark Fiend, so you can search it out of Scarb and Libic. Pretty good. Sorry. We got 2 Fiendish Rhino instead of 3, because I think 2 is more appropriate instead of 3, because when I tested it with 3, I kept breaking with him, and it was just really awkward. So like, you know what, let's run with 2. So Fiendish Rhino protects all of your fiends from being destroyed by battle or by card effects, so they don't blow themselves up. And, except for Fiendish Rhino, so he can die. But he also has effective when he's sent to the graveyard any means, like all the Burning Abyss. You can send Fiend from your deck to the graveyard, which is extremely good in the deck. So you could say, like, okay, summon him. No, I Foolish him. Effects, summon send a graph. summon a seer, then do your plays with him. That's really good in the deck. Like, that's solid good. Also, he's got some decent stats of 14. Now, my engine being 2 Minerva. Now, you're asking, why are Light Sworns in Burning Abyss? Well, I'm running 2 Minerva, 3 charge, so that I can at least charge and search a Minerva. It's like, okay, it's just for that charge to work. But I think it's pretty good. It's also a level 3, and it has an additional mill when it's into the graveyard. Because I was testing with, like, Raiden, Wolf, Felis. It's like, Minerva's better because she doesn't summon herself. And it's like, it's pretty good. And she's also a tuner. Now then, we go into your one-hand trap of the main deck. Maxi. Every deck profile, I think I had a Maxi. You're alone, my buddy. I'm sorry. So yeah, Maxi, because he's solid good. Then we go into your spells. We got 3 Allure. How can you not run 3 Allure in an entire dark deck? It's really good. A lot of draw power. Like, you'll notice I put a lot of draw power in this deck. So, 3 draw power. Then we got your 3 charges I put in here just for, like, okay, extra mill. And look, I put it to 3, otherwise I'd be not running this engine. But yeah, 3 charge. So we counted 3 draw engine. Now we got 2 Pot Desires. So that's 5. Pot Desires is just, I put it at 2 because you're running some 1-ofs and 2-ofs. So it's like, you know what, don't, just cut it down. Just cut it down. So I put 2. It works really good at 2. Then again, you do bash your Minervas or charges, so it basically makes your engine pretty dead. 1 Dark World Dealings, that's your 6th draw card. Basically, you draw a card, then you ditch a Burning Abyss to activate its effects. That's basically the main reason I played, just so I can draw, then ditch a Burning Abyss. 1 Cosmic Cyclone, just for removal. Then Foolish Burial. Can I say any more about Foolish Burial and Burning Abyss? Then we go to your traps. We got 3 Fiend Griefing. I don't think any of you guys have heard this unless you played Burning Abyss or gone against Burning Abyss, which is pretty likely. But still, if you haven't heard of this, basically its effect is you can shuffle monster in your opponent's graveyard back into the deck, and then you could send a Fiend from your deck to the graveyard. So basically, you shuffle a monster in your opponent's graveyard back in the deck, then you can, so it doesn't mean you have to send a Fiend. So I was like, you know what, I could tech this in certain formats that have, like, monsters that really need to be in the graveyard. For example, Light Sworns, in case of Dark Arm Dragon comes back for some weird reason. Something like that, where it needs something in the graveyard. It's like, okay, I play this, shuffle back in deck. Don't you need to send a Fiend? No, it says you can. Crap. So yeah, it's pretty good. I hold on to it just in case that happens, but it's really good because you can trigger your Farfa, your Alec, or your Calcab to be like, okay, I negate your monster's effect. Okay, I banish your monster. Okay, I return your set card. So you not only you just shuffled my monster back into deck. Now you banished, negated, or bounced back my set. That's just mean. Then of course we got your Solemn Brigade of 1 strike, 1 warning. I had 3 strike in the deck, and I was like, you know what, I bricked way too much with this. Because I kept testing against my friend using Spiral, and it was like, I keep drawing strike too much, and that's not good. Like, I kept drawing it way too much. It was not helpful. It's like I wasn't drawing into my enemy, my Burning Abyss, my Fiend Griefings, anything like that, and I was like, you know what, this is not good. I bricked way too much with it. But it's still good. Negate stuff. I never thought I would hear myself say I bricked with a Solemn card, but 1 D Barrier and 1 Anti-Spell Fragrance. Just to slow down your opponent. With Anti-Spell Fragrance, it's mainly draw and send cards, which honestly, I have played it without, like, I had them in my hand, I'd be like, you know what, let's see how good Anti-Spell is if I don't activate, and I still went pretty good. It was still pretty good without the spells, so it's like, okay, I do pretty good with this. D Barrier just stop, like, Frog, especially Pendulum Magician, like, that just killed the deck. It's so good. I don't run 3 of because you got that chance of, like, running into, like, True Draco or something like that. Then you got the Traveler and the Burning Abyss. It's a really good card because, let's say your opponent board wiped all your Burning Abysses, the effects go off, and you play this. Okay, I get them all back. Fudge. It's so good and nasty, I like it. Then we go to the extra deck. Now, Keep in mind the reason why I had the extract to a down count was because I was originally putting winter cherries in the deck, but I was like, you know what? I don't have the proper stuff to put winter cherries in here, so I was like, you know what? I just have it like this, because it's like, okay, so I have 2 Dante, because Dante, you need to run. He can mill 3. He has some really good stats, being 2500 attack if you do mill 3 and 2500 defense. And when he's sent to the graveyard, you can search a Burning Abyss from your graveyard to your hand, which is really solid. Beatrice, the good card, because you can overlay it with a Dante on the field. Any Dante, so even the, is it any Dante? Yeah. Oh, you gotta send a Burning Abyss, but yeah, it's still a pretty good card. I like it. Now, it's got a big downside. Its big downside is that it blows up all your tiny Burning Abysses, because it's not a Burning Abyss, as you can see. Where do you see Burning Abyss? Tell me, how are you Burning Abyss? Anyway, when sent to the graveyard, you could summon Pilgrim or Traveler. I say Pilgrim better. But yeah, you can also once per turn detach a material. So I like to detach Dante, search one of them back in the graveyard, then play her effect to send. So it's like, okay, send Libic, effect, summon. It's like, okay, I did pretty good. Now we got Dante. Now, he says he can only be fusion summoned, but Beatrice says F that. I'm just going to summon you straight out of there. But its effect, you can't be targeted like the Cosmos, so that's really effing good. I already love that effect. And you can discard a Burning Abyss to draw a card, triggering the Burning Abyss effect. And when sent to the graveyard, you can pick a card out of your opponent's hand and send it to the graveyard. Pretty good. Then Virgil. Virgil's good. Like, he's generic if you haven't seen this. He's generic. He's a generic level 6 I like to run in a few decks. It's like, okay, I can run him. If he dies, I draw a card. That's pretty good. But his effect is solid. You can discard a Burning Abyss to shuffle a card on the field or graveyard back into the deck, thus triggering a Burning Abyss effect. It's pretty good. Now it's my entire extra deck. Now you're wondering why I have this extra deck like this. It's like, why you only have 6? Oh yeah, Cherubi. When Cherubi comes out. Cherubi Broken. If you don't know who Cherubi is, look that up. Black Angel, the Burning Abyss. Just look that up. That's like, this is what makes Burning Abyss good again. But yeah. The deck's pretty good right now. Then when it gets to Cherubi, it's going to get pretty good. I already found a 1-card combo. I'll be doing that later. But I honestly cut it down to a small size instead of putting more, because I was originally putting winter cherries in the deck. And I was like, okay, I can send ABC Dragon Buster, Totally Awesome, Spiral Double Helix, Time Star. But yeah, that's basically why it's so low. But winter cherries in this deck's pretty good. Any hand trap in this deck is pretty good, as long as it doesn't like Droll, Ash, Ghost Ogre. Pretty good. But I kept it hand trap free in case if you guys were like, oh, I want to play this on a budget. Well, this is a budget-ish version. The only expensive cards in the deck are really, the Skarm. The one Skarm I have in here is like $10, but honestly, you can go really cheap. This deck's pretty cheap. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Burning Abyss will be fun, so if you want to look back on this and be like, you know what, I want to build this. This is a fun deck. You can do that, and it will be coming up in the meta. I will rest assure you that this will be coming up in the meta when Cherubi comes out. So you guys can look back at this video and be like, okay, so I got prepared for this deck. It's like, okay. So I hope you guys did enjoy this video. See you guys later. Bye bye.